Welcome back to PNC. Vice Speaker Tina Munoz-Barnes gave an update on her efforts to audit taxes collected on military contracts. PNC's Wayne Chargloff has more.
Last month, Vice Speaker Tina Munoz-Barnes requested that the public auditor audit taxes collected on military contracts. In a letter to the public auditor, the Vice Speaker drew attention to several audits conducted by the Department of Interior's Inspector General in 1998, 2008, and 2014. The audits concluded that GovGuam lost millions of dollars in potential revenue because of inadequate tax collections, especially on military contracts. The Vice Speaker told Newstalk K57's Polly Suba that it's important to address the issue because for Guam, every tax dollar counts. The Vice Speaker also said that one of the keys to improving tax collections is upgrading the Department of Rev and Tax. Wayne Chargloff, PNC News First.
Another GDOE public high school held its graduation motorcade today. Here's a story with Julian Hernandez.
Tizen High School had a total of 198 graduating students at the ceremony Friday morning. Like the other public schools, Tizen students did not have the traditional in-person graduation. Tizen High School principal tells PNC that what she loved about this class was their perseverance and resilience to get through the school year, despite the challenges that were brought on by the pandemic. She adds that students had even achieved many accomplishments during this time.
They started out with online learning at the beginning of the school year. Most have transitioned back into the face-to-face or continued online, but to continue to go into prestigious colleges and to succeed with the sports and athletics, I think this class has done such a great job in persevering and with that passion, that Titan passion through the end.
One of the students that exhibited that Titan spirit is senior graduate Janae Masakada Teria. Teria plans to attend the United States Merchant Marine Academy while playing soccer for the school's team. She echoes Dueñas' statements and says that one of the things she learned from this is to never take things for granted.
Has really shown in everybody. I congratulate all my classmates for working hard and persevering through the school year. I've really taken so much. I've taken a step back from life and really truly understand that this is such a blessing. This year may have not gone expected, but through Zoom classes, we still have learned really hard. We really, as a class, have grown through this year so much because we weren't able to see each other. We understand that each day is valuable and we must use it because there isn't a lot of time on this earth.
According to Principal Dueñas, the prestigious schools some of the students were accepted into include Columbia University, Duke University, Wentworth Institute of Technology, and the U.S. Merchant Marine Academy. Another batch will also attend UOG and GCC. Dueñas says they are expecting about 40 of their students to graduate by the summer at the Rainbow graduation. Julianne Hernandez, PNC News First.
Gumagela continues its mission to celebrate and amplify the voices of Chamorro LGBTQ+ people in Guam through their upcoming events for Pride Month. Destiny Cruz with the report.
With June being Pride Month, several organizations in Guam are hosting various activities to celebrate the LGBTQ+ community. Amongst these organizations is Gumagela, the Chamorro Queer Art Collective, comprised of 3 inspiring individuals, including Rokin Joncianco, Clay Josh, and Eddie Afaji. PNC caught up with Gumagela founder Rokin Joncianco at the Sagan Katoran Chamorro Culture Center to discuss the events that the organization has lined up for the month of June. Gumagela will host a series of Zoom talks for the first 3 Sundays of June, which will center around topics ranging from coming out and coming to family planning and parenting.
Gumagela has a series of Zoom talks this month going over a few different topics such as coming out and coming to stories, as well as folks that are dreamers, makers, our aspirations, as well as one revolving around family planning.
In addition to the Zoom talks, Gumagela is set to host the Ginan Gofli'i art exhibit at the Sagan Katoran Chamorro Culture Center at the end of this month. The exhibition aims to offer a safe space for individuals to celebrate the experiences of Chamorro queer people in Guam. The art exhibit will also feature the work of Guinaidza Zanpospos and Gumat Gela, as well as an altar dedicated to honoring our queer ancestors.
We have a lot of local voices, sharing their stories, their experience, their struggles, their hopes and dreams. So we're looking forward to featuring that. And the last element of it that I'm super excited for personally is a community interactive part. And so we're going to have a community altar where folks can come in, drop in names, set intentions, and leave some offerings for folks that are no longer with us, as well as hopes and dreams for the future and what kind of legacy they would like to leave behind.
According to Rokin, the collective hopes to amplify the voices that make up the LGBTQ+ community during this month and each month that follows through their efforts to provide spaces in which individuals can feel seen, heard, loved, and accepted. Registration for Gumat Gela Zoom Talks is now open. For more details about upcoming events, visit at Guma_Gela on Instagram. Destiny Cruz, PNC News First.
To wrap up Mental Health Awareness Month, Guam Behavioral had an unveiling of their mural at the St. Anthony Church in Tamuning so residents can see through the stigma. Here's Julian Hernandez with more.
The Guam Behavioral Health and Wellness Center hosted their Seeing Through Stigma art competition that started in the beginning of May. Marisha Mariano, Guam Behavioral Social Marketer and Communications Manager, tells PNC that they wanted to create a contest that was youth-involved, COVID-friendly, and of course fun. Sponsored by Bank of Guam, who commissioned their artist Lisa Nicholas, Mariano says that it was heartwarming to see the youth competition winners and the artist himself, how they were able to interpret spreading the awareness of mental health through art.
See our competition winners actually not only create something but be educated as well, because that's our primary goal as marketers and as for our outreach initiatives, to bring awareness and education into the community.
Mariano added the symbolism behind the mural and what each part represented.
Every detail of the artwork shows a message. Like the sunflowers, they represent happiness with the color, and people, when you think of us the sun, just the name in general, you think of something that makes you warm and feel at home. Then we have the two youth that are on it. There's a male and a female, because with mental health, it affects everybody. And the whole mask, behind the mask, really, mental health didn't really become such a big thing until COVID hit. Everyone started to actually experience mental health concerns and experiences while they were in COVID. So that was a big part of the reason why the youth created the design. And when you think of the mask, people show a mask every day. They want you to see what they want you to see. But under it, you can have underlying mental health related illnesses like depression, anxiety, and nobody will be able to see that unless you start that hard conversation.
The youth contest winners and artists are Cody Villegas, Magalahi Salas, and Feja Tyron. The local artist behind the mural, Lisa Nicholas, says his interpretation was with the title itself, See Through the Stigma. I wish for people to not feel the struggles they face, and most importantly, not to feel alone. From the youth to adults, we never know what another person is going through, and the inspired drawing and designs from the 3 kids I worked with really helped me elevate the idea and portray feelings and thoughts through emotion for this mural. He adds that this was a personal project for him, and spreading the awareness about mental health and other issues is crucial, and there's always a way to express positively. People just have to see through the stigma. Guam Behavioral also partnered with Alter Ego Entertainment, and they provided canopies for the unveiling. Julianne Hernandez, PNC News First.
We have another announcement, this time for our first Father's Day giveaway this evening, brought to you by Gourmet Guam and the Sorensen Media Group. Our first winner for Cat FM is Ed, and our winner for K57 is Eric. Don't go anywhere. We will give away 2 more winners for Power 98 and Shark. But first, we have weather and sports with Destiny Cruz and Leo Payumo.
Hafiday Marianas, welcome to your local weather forecast. I'm Destiny Cruz, and thanks for tuning in. While I hope that everyone is doing well during this difficult time, I'll be here to bring you a little bit of sunshine as we get through each week together. As we take a look at our 3-day forecast, not much has changed in terms of the weather as partly cloudy conditions persist. Partly cloudy skies and isolated showers are set to persist throughout this evening until Sunday as daytime highs reach 88 degrees while lows in the evening reach 79. And that wraps up today's weather forecast. Have a beautiful evening and please be safe, Marianas. Adios.